Okay. Okay, it's recording. Okay, so I'm going to screenshot the Coach Online Office and just kind of show you on mine where you get to it and stuff. It's pretty simple. And then you can kind of at least navigate it. You're going to want to become really familiar with this. This is like your hub, and everything you need to know, honestly, is in there. So it's good to be really familiar with it. And it takes time, but yeah. Okay. Can you guys see my messy screen? Okay. All right. Okay. So
is this your coach office? Is this what that is?
So I'm going to actually go back. So when you sign into Team Beachbody, you'll go to the coach section, and then it will tell you, okay, I'm just going to go back and show you. We'll just start from the beginning. Hold on. Okay, so when you go to Team Beachbody, your coach tab is right here in the first corner. Just click on that, and then it will say Coach Office right here. So when you click on, go to your Coach Online Office, and it says it up here too. So the Coach FAQs, if you need to know anything, you can seriously like find anything in the FAQ. Like if you need to know something about a program, or you know, maybe you have a customer that needs to cancel and maybe you just can't find the answer, search the FAQs. That's always, everything's always going to be in there. Share a cart is how you send things to your customers. So you create a cart for them. It's super, super easy that way. I always recommend doing this over just sending them a link to your website because, oh heck, what the heck? What just happened? When you just send them your website and let them shop on their own, it gets super overwhelming because there's like a bajillion different challenge packs, and then you can get it in like completion packs, and so all this stuff. So when you're helping your customers, you really want to kind of break down what they need, and then when you do the share a cart, you create the cart for them. It sends them a link and an email, and then they can just purchase it. They can look it over and just purchase it. And the nice thing about Share a Cart too is it actually suggests add-ons for you. So it will say, do you want to try the beach bars, or do you want to try Performance Line? So it adds things, they can add that to their cart, which one increases your sales, but it also brings awareness of those other products that maybe they didn't know about. So Share a Cart is awesome for that, and we'll get more into that like in your training and stuff. So don't like freak out. Like if you have someone who wants to purchase something, you know, ask what your coach or me or whatever, and we can walk you through it. It's really, really simple. So this is what your Coach Online Office looks like. This will have your Coach ID number, your username. So when you're setting up your Coach Online Office or your websites, it always is beachbodycoach.com/your username. You have a website for Shakeology. And so those are all going to be right here. So when you go into Grow My Business, you have all these different things. You can find your Share a Cart there. So when you set up your website, have you set up your website yet, Emily?
No, I haven't. I was just thinking I needed to do that.
So yeah. And when you get into that email, find the email that they send you when you became a coach, the My First 30, and you actually can get it in the training right here too. So if you log in, go to training, it will say get started, and it says the first 30 minutes, first 30 hours, first 30 days. And it literally will give you a game plan of everything that you need to do to set up your website, what, you know, the basics of the business, basically. And so you can just kind of go through that. And then also our team training will go over that too. So you'll kind of get a double dose, which is good because it's good to have it repeated, because there's so much information, you're going to be like, what the heck? So it's good to start here, and then I'll show you where to find the team training, which is basically the same information, just more in depth from our experience as coaches, and not just, I mean, this is good stuff too, but it's just more in depth, and I think it explains it a little bit better. So when you click on this, it will literally, you can print out, they have forms you can kind of check off and make sure that you've gotten everything done. So here's your first 30 minutes. It has a video, it has your welcome book that they send you in the mail, and then it has your checklist. So you can actually print these off and make sure that you know what everything is, how to find everything. So you watched your orientation video, you did your quick start guide, and your getting started right call. That's what we're doing here. We've kind of already went over this stuff, but it's just basically just walking you step by step, so you kind of get into the process of things. This is your first 30 hours. This, I think, is where they have your so this tells you like your Coach Online Office overview. You can watch that, and it will literally go through every single thing in your Coach Online Office and where to find things. And then this is your action plan for the next 30 days. So this is actually super important, because it helps you figure out, a lot of people sign up, like for myself, when I signed up as a coach, I wanted to literally be a discounter. I didn't want to do anything with the business, but then it quickly changed. And so figuring out why you became a coach in the first place is a huge part of how much you're going to push yourself, and how much you're going to, like, do you really care to hit Success Club, or are you just doing this for your own accountability? That kind of thing. And every coach is different. And so figuring out why you're doing this is huge. So this it just breaks it all down. I'm not going to get into super big detail, because the training will go over this too. So I'm just going to keep on the Coach Online Office. Oh, geez. So the very first thing you're going to want to do is make sure your websites are set up, and those trainings will teach you how to do that. It's really, really simple, actually. It's pretty, oh my heck. Now my computer is low. Close out of these.
Hey, Sharon.
Yeah.
Did you mention why it's important to have your website set up for free leads as well? Like, don't you have to have a certain amount of it completed?
Yeah. So when you set up your website, one, it's important because it puts a picture of you. It puts basically, it's kind of a getting to know you page, but also if you were to send someone just your link, or someone looked you up with your website, it literally will, let me see if I can pull mine up. Show you what it looks like.
Sorry, I didn't know if that was important.
Yeah, we'll go over that in just a second. Okay, so this is what mine looks like. You can like customize your about me. I put in a transformation picture. You put in like your contact information, and down here you literally, like, they can choose which thing they want to do. So if they're looking at becoming a coach, they click on that and it connects them to you. So this, you can also click on here. You can put your Facebook and your Instagram, which I think is really important. What Lacey was talking about with the free leads is, I'm going to unscreenshot for a second. Maybe. So with free leads, actually, no, I'm going to hold off on that because I get messy. Hold on. Let's finish over. I can go all over the place. So, okay. Let's go back. I'll get to that in just a second. Okay. So set up your website, and then we'll go over that in just a second. Okay. Whoa. Okay. So that's where you find. So go to training. That will take you through how to set everything up. The other thing, the Grow My Business tab is awesome because as you guys are evolving and you have challengers, they actually have literally so much like usable information that you can use in your challenge group. So they have challenge group tools that literally like break down, like they have post invites. The challenge group guides are awesome because they literally have everything already done for you. So if you wanted to do a Lift 4 challenge group, since that's what we're focusing on, it has a prep day, it has pictures to go with it, it has like all the content, and you want to read through them because like some of it you have to kind of customize, but you can copy and paste this into your challenge group and it has all the information for you. These are really awesome if you're using the app. We do have a challenge, the My Challenge Tracker app, which is awesome. We have been using Facebook and it works. There's benefits to both. Let's just say that. Like the app is nice because you can track your shake, you can track your workouts, and it's kind of just go in as you need to. Facebook is nice because you can do live videos and there's a little bit more that you can do in Facebook groups, and that's why I like the Facebook group better, but there are benefits to both. So, but you can copy and paste these into Facebook too. So these are awesome tools as you're starting your challenge groups. But don't like we do our challenge groups as a big team as of right now. As we grow, we'll probably kind of start separating because everyone has different ideas and what motivates them and what they want to do, and that's totally awesome. So this is where you find all that stuff though. You can send mass emails to your clients, like you can do pretty much anything on here. Okay, so the monitor your business part is a huge part of where you're gonna need to go first as well. So this is where you'll find all of your orders for customers and yourself. The compensation, if you have not set up your direct deposit, you'll want to do that. We get paid every Thursday. So our weeks end, they basically go Wednesday to Wednesday, and then Thursday is rank advancement day, it's payday. Like that's when everything happens at like 10 p.m. Well, here it's midnight Eastern time. So when you go into this, you want to go to the My EFT Management. That is where you're going to set up all of your direct deposit. It's super easy. It will also show you, you know, your volume. We'll get into that a little bit more. I don't want to confuse you too much right now. So, but your earnings, how much money you're going to make. This will, if you're a Star Diamond, how much your bonuses are. And then these are our qualifications for the different programs. So Success Club. Okay, before I get into that, this right here, a lot of people get confused when they're setting up their coaches. Because if you go to your graphical genealogy, it's all these people. Let's see. So this is me. I'm an Emerald coach. I'm an Emerald coach. Gio's not. He's above me. I probably should show you Gio's, but you'll see it will say PS above it if it's a personally sponsored coach. And then under these ones are people under me, but they're not my personally sponsored coaches. So this can get really confusing though, because as you're growing your team, if I sign up a coach on my right leg and you're right here, that coach is going to go under you and it's going to look like it's your coach, but it's not really your coach. Those coaches you actually get volume on. So your weak leg, your strong leg, you'll earn volume. And I'm going to show you that really quick. This is going to probably confuse the crap out of you, so don't freak out about it. So your team volume, you can see Oh, I should show you Geo's because it's way more impressive, but my business is crap. But so you can tell my right leg is my weak leg, my left leg is my strong leg, because all of this volume is from coaches that aren't necessarily mine. They're just coaches in my leg. So on my strong leg, I earn volume from every single order under that leg, whether they're my coach or not. The right leg are only my coaches. That's going to be called your weak leg. And so this is based solely on your sponsor coaches. When you are an Emerald coach or above, an active Emerald coach or above, if you hit 100 volume points on your weak leg and 200 volume points on your strong leg, you get what they call a team cycle bonus. Those start at $14. They go up to $18 depending on your rank. And that's where your residual income comes from. So that is literally free money from your volume. That won't come until you start growing a team, though. So don't freak out about that yet. But just know that that's part of where you get your income. So you can look at your carryover volume and your team volume here if you're wanting to know how many cycle bonuses you're going to get. So this is basically that form. It's really confusing at first, so just know that's where you find it. And then as far as the rewards and recognition, this is a huge part of basing your success as a coach. They've created systems in Beachbody to basically simplify how to grow your business quickly. Success Club is the first one. So Success Club is helping at least 3 people every single month. You get 2 points for every home direct order or every challenge pack, which has home direct in it. So if they buy Shakeology or they buy the Performance Line bundle on home direct, which gives them also $2 shipping. So always make sure they don't do, for me, I always tell them, do the home direct order, and it's better to cancel or postpone that and get the $2 shipping than just doing a one-time order, because they're going to pay like $10 in shipping. It's stupid. So always tell them to do home direct so that they save money, and then they can postpone it or cancel it after. Anyway, that's going to give you 2 points. If you hit Success Club 5 every month, you get free Beachbody leads. These people are people who just get on beachbody.com or they order from Amazon or something like that. They don't order through a coach. They assign them a coach who's working the business. So you have to be showing up and working your business, and you'll get free customers. You don't get commission off of those on their first order, so they'll attach them to you, and then if they order again, you do get commission off of their orders. So they're people you don't know, but if you reach out to them, get them plugged into a challenge group, a lot of these people can become coaches later on, and you build relationships with them, and they can be super awesome. A lot of them won't respond to you because they're like, I don't know who you are, but it's still a free customer, and you never know down the road, like, they contribute to your income. So that's awesome. If you hit Success Club 10, so there's Success Club 5 or Success Club 10. If you are hitting Success Club 10 every single month, I would shoot for 10 solely because that's where your business is going to, you're basically going to maintain if you're hitting only Success Club 5, but if you're hitting 10, you're going to start actually making income, if that makes sense. So Success Club 5 will pay for your product. Success Club 5, if you sell 3 challenge packs, that is going to pay for your personal product, and you'll pretty much break even, maybe get a little bit of extra income. If you're hitting Success Club 10, though, you're actually going to start bringing in income. You're going to start building a team because people are going to start signing up as coaches with you and that kind of thing, and that's where your income is going to start to really grow. So that's just a gauge. They start over every single month. So Success Club 5, Success Club 10. That's something to push for. It's, help 3 to 5 people every single month. That's the starting. The elite and premier coaches, this is based off of people hitting Success Club, but they're also helping their coaches grow as well. So they recognize them at our big coach event at Summit. You can find the requirements here. Let's see. Oh, this is just who they are. Maybe it was under the other one. Let's see. Anyway, basically you have to be a premier coach, you have to be a 2-star diamond coach, and you have to have so many elite points. And then if you want to be an elite coach, you have to be 5-star and have elite points as well. And there's like a whole bunch of training. I'm not going to get crazy into that because you guys are brand new and I don't want to confuse you. But these are your rank advancements. Your very first rank advancement is Emerald. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to unshare for it. Okay, so your very first rank advancement is an Emerald coach. An Emerald coach is 2 coaches, so you have one on your right leg, one on your left leg. Everything in Beachbody is right or left leg. That's where, like, that's two legs all the way from the very top. So you don't go out like a lot of MLMs will go out. Ours is just 2 legs. So one will be your weak leg, one will be your strong leg. The weak leg is strictly your own personally sponsored coaches. Your strong leg is the outside leg where other coaches will be adding to your legs. That's where your volume comes from. So your very first goal as a coach is to hit Emerald. The reason you want to hit Emerald is 1, you're going to get those free leads if you hit Success Club. 2, you'll start to actually get your team cycle bonuses as you're getting volume. So that's where your residual income will come from. And then I think the sooner you get to Emerald, the more confidence it just builds your confidence as a coach, honestly. So that's your very first milestone that you'll want to hit is Emerald coach. To hit Emerald, you literally have to sign up 2 people. And the very first person you'll want to sign up is your spouse. And this is why. When you sign up your spouse, and you usually want to do it on your weak leg, because when your spouse becomes an Emerald too, then they get team cycle bonuses, but that all rolls up to you. So you basically bonus double because you're cloning yourself. Beachbody is one of the only MLMs that allows you to control. You can control yourself plus 2 people. So you could sign up your mom, you can sign up your sister, you can control 2 people. So you can sign up your husband, you can sign up a spouse, or the same parent, and you can actually, the reason why it's important to be able to control them is you can't control if someone orders, you can't control if they stay as a coach, but you can control if your spouse does by what you're doing. So, but that also is going to give you more leads. It's going to double your income because it's like a franchise, basically. You're basically cloning yourself. So we always recommend signing up your spouse. And that goes more into detail in the training of all the benefits of that. But you're basically going to essentially double your income because anytime they cycle bonus and get that $14, you're going to cycle bonus and get that $14. So instead of just $14, you're going to get $28. Does that make sense? So it just makes your income grow that much faster. So you don't have to sign up your spouse like right away, but I think it gives you urgency to find that other person to hit Emerald. So the sooner you can do it, the better. They don't have to be working the business though. They don't have to be like a working coach. Like you can control it. So like for me, I signed up as Geo when I signed up because I just wanted the discount and he had the military. So I'm like, oh, sweet, it's free. I don't have to pay the coach fee. Well, then like 3 days later, I decided I wanted to do it. So then I signed up under him. So my my main business is under Geo because I wanted to grow him first because he's above me. And then everything I grow after that will shoot up to him. So it just helped my income better. But yeah. So you'll want to sign up your spouse on your weak leg. I'll help you figure that out once you figure out your other person. In order to do that, like I literally, when I became Emerald, I signed up my mom and I signed up Geo. And that got me my Emerald. It can be anyone. Usually your Emerald is somebody you're close to, a friend, a family member, someone that you feel close enough to ask to like do this with you. So if you need ideas or help figuring that out, just let us know and we can help you go through all that. So.
And you have to sign him up as a coach, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And you'll also want to, I would say, sign them up with a challenge pack. They don't necessarily have to have Beachbody on demand, but, well, or at least a home direct order because, well, you want to do it with a challenge pack so you don't have to pay that fee. So in order to be an active coach, you have to have 50 personal volume points. So to activate them, you'd have to at least have $50 of income, plus you would pay that $40 coach fee. So you're going to be paying about $100 anyway, where you could use that for your own product. And if you don't need like the DVDs or if you don't need what you're using, I use them as giveaways. The other thing you can do, I know a lot of people, it's like, oh, I just paid all this money for myself. I can't afford another challenge pack. One thing that we do quite often is once a month we'll do, I haven't done one for a while, but we'll do like free clean eating groups or like the clean week that you have on Beachbody On Demand. You can order the sample packets of Shakeology under your spouse instead of just the bag, and then you can sell those as so we'll do like a clean eating group that we give them a sample meal plan. They can try the clean week workouts for free, and then you can ship off your samples to them and make your money back really quickly. So that's an option as well. So if you need, if you're worried about like, oh, I don't need 3 bags of Shakeology or 2 bags of Shakeology, or I just bought Shakeology and Performance Line, get the sample packs of Shakeology, and then you can either do a post and you can sell them individually for like $5, or you can do a free clean eating group that you sell like 3 I usually do either 3 or 5 packets and just have them pay me for the packets and then ship them off, and then you earn your money back basically. So that's an option as well. There's a lot of things you can do with your spouse's account. You can order workout clothes now are personally volume, like their volume. There's the beach bars. There's a lot of options now that they didn't used to have. I like to get like the Energize samples because people ask about those all the time. So things like that are good to have on hand as you're building relationships with people and they're like, well, I want to try it, but I don't necessarily want to buy all of it. You like send them a sample or whatever. So that's kind of what I do with my account. And then under Geo's name, I have like my home direct orders. So, yeah. Okay. What else what's I going to talk about? Now I lost my train of thought. Let's see. Let me go over this really quick and see what I'm missing. Okay. The other thing for you guys is your biggest job as a brand new coach is showing up and showing people your journey. That is going to be the biggest thing for you guys when you're first starting, is showing up. And I think this is a huge like leap of faith for a lot of people. A lot of you haven't been on social media posting 2 to 3 times a day, and so that's like, I don't want to just all of a sudden like bombard everything. But showing your journey is going to be huge from the beginning, because they're going to see the struggle. They're going to see that it didn't just happen overnight. And people are going to watch for a long time before they join you. Sometimes it takes people coming to you, like they say an average somebody who actually buys something from someone, it can be like 7 to 10 times that they come to you and say, hey, what are you doing? I want to know what you're doing. Okay, I'm going to do it. And then they back out. And then eventually they kind of hit rock bottom and come to you. Like I've had people from 3 years ago when I first started barely sign up. So it takes time. And I think don't be frustrated if that happens. It's a seed planted. They'll come around when they're ready. And that's why being consistent and showing up in your journey every day and just trying to grow and be a better person every day is the most important piece of this whole thing. So do you have something to say, Lacey?
Yeah, I just had a thought. Like, the best advice that I've gotten, I've done it myself, is not doing this. You have to be consistent. Like, don't be like all in and then do nothing. And then all in and then do nothing. Like, try to stay as consistent as possible with the coaching side. People are.
Yes, it's so true, because it's like getting momentum up a hill and then rolling back down and then having to start over again. It just, you want to get over that hill, and then it just becomes an easy cycle, and you just start to figure things out as you do it. If you're waiting for the end result, nobody sees the struggle in between. And that's really what people relate to. A huge difference between Beachbody as well from other MLM companies is we don't want you to share stock photos. We don't want you to share, we don't want you to Google Lift 4 and like put all like their stuff on there. We want you to show your journey and your transformation, because that's what people relate to. And that's where, you're going to find your tribe as coaches and everything else. Peeker.
Yes, it's also, what do they call it? Curiosity marketing.
Yeah. So instead of like, you want people to like really you want people to watch you. You want them to, because people are going to wait for you to fail. Most people look at you, oh, you joined an MLM, blah, 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 and they're going to say, okay, we'll see how long she lasts. Every single person has this, and you're going to have naysayers and doubters and people who are going to like give you crap. That's where personal development comes in. So our 4 vital behaviors. 1 is being a product of the product. You have to, like, your number 1 job is to take care of you. And that comes from using our products, using our workouts, eating healthy, feeding your brain with positivity. Like, you have to do personal development, or you will be frustrated and you are going to doubt yourself, and you're going to feel like, oh, I can't do this. Nobody likes me, blah, blah, blah. The people that if you look at top coaches and you look at their page and their confidence, and they have so much belief in themselves, it's because they fill their brain with positivity every day. Like, every single person has struggles, and sharing those struggles is what relates to that. But the personal development side helps you create a game plan and a tool to overcome that stuff. So I would highly, highly suggest getting a book, either on Audible, or if you like to read, you can read them too. I listen to Audible because I can do it wherever I'm at. I can do it in the car. I can do it while I'm doing dishes. Being a mom, it's crazy. So I can just pop in my earphones with my book. And so I just have an Audible subscription that I pay like $15 a month, and it gives me credit for a book. And then they'll send me like emails of sales, and I'll buy like $5 Audible books whenever they're on sale or whatever. So I have like a library. They're with me wherever I'm at. I can plug it in. Some of the ones, the thing with personal development is it's different for everybody. That's why it's personal. So whatever you struggle with most, if you're struggling with confidence, if you're struggling with, whatever it is that you are struggling with, it could be your marriage, it could be being a mom, it could be whatever. Find books of things that you need to work on and grow as a person. Those are the things that are going to stick out to you. If you just go and find whatever everybody else is reading and maybe it doesn't speak to you, or you're just looking at like, whatever like the top book on Audible is, maybe that doesn't speak to you. And so you're not going to be engaged in it the same way. It's not going to like speak to you the same way. So really find books of things that you want to work on. A few that I really like, Girl Wash Your Face is amazing by Rachel Hollis. The Compound Effect is really good as coaches start, because those compounding efforts that you do, the little things that you're changing every single day, compound over time. And that's where the consistency in your journey, in your business, like it applies to everything in your life. So the compound effect is another one. The slight edge is like the compound effect, but I think it's more boring than the compound effect. So I like the compound effect better. Yeah, so just figure out a book that you guys want to read. If you need help, I can give you lots of suggestions. So if you want to message me after or message your coach after and say, hey, this is what I'm struggling with, do you have any suggestions? I'll give you a list of what I think would be good to start with. You Are a Badass is really, really good if you're struggling with confidence or belief in yourself. So that's the other one. So product of the product first. Start working on yourself and sharing your journey. I know it's scary. I highly, highly encourage people to share their before pictures like now and not wait, because people want to see. I know it's scary. I know it's freaky. Just post it and walk away. And I guarantee, like, it actually helps your confidence, I think, because when you post it and put it out there and you have all these people, oh my gosh, you're so inspiring. Like, you're so brave. I'm so proud of you, blah, blah, blah. When you start to see all those things and you realize, okay, people have my back. Like, they're going to, like, be in this with me. They're going to watch me and they're going to encourage me along the way. It's really, really empowering. And it helps you get over a huge fear of what are people going to think of me, like all that stuff. Like, I know it's scary, but it honestly, like, when I first started, I cannot recommend this enough. I posted my before pictures and I posted weekly transformations. Every single Monday, I posted my weight. I posted it kept me accountable. I had to show up because I knew I had to post those. And if I was gaining weight every week, that's not going to show that I'm being a product of the product. But I was able to compare every single week my difference in inches and just my pictures and my confidence. Like, your confidence every single week as you're doing it grows and grows and grows. And by the end, even if you only lost 5 pounds, I guarantee the picture that you started and the picture that you ended, if you're doing your personal development and you're doing, you're eating healthy, you're going to feel good and it's going to show in your pictures. And that is where people are going to be like, okay, I want to do what you're doing, because people are attracted to being happy. They want to feel good. And so as you're sharing that and you're excited about that, people are going to come to you. And I think that's a huge, like, one of the biggest mistakes people can make as a new coach is waiting for their transformation. Like, it really is. It's hard as it is. It's one of the biggest things, because it jumpstarts your business so quickly and starts your momentum and builds your confidence so much more when you're showing up from the beginning.
People want to be on the journey with you. They want to see you in the trenches. They want to be in it with you. Yeah. So, yeah, like Shawn said, empowering.
It makes it easier to share your story. So every day, like, if you don't have Instagram, get it, because it's awesome. But in my Instagrams, I share my workout every day. I share what I struggle with every day. I share, like, stuff about me that maybe I don't want to put in just a post. Like, people are going to care about, like, if I work out every day on my Facebook page. Like, I do share my workouts. They know that happens, but you don't want to just be like, hey, I got my workout in. Nobody cares about that. Like, ooh, good job. You want to share why you worked out. So when you're posting, really get, like, what made you show up today? Or maybe it's like, oh, I just didn't want to do it. My kids were driving me crazy. And I have all these things to do. I have every excuse in the book, but I know it's important to take care of me. And I showed up for me today and I'm proud. Like, stuff like that, you want to really, like, every post that you do, kind of make the so what. I always say, like, so what? Like, is it going to be just scrolled by? Like, oh, I worked out, big deal, so what? But if you have something that is eye-capturing and you have a story to go along with it, and you take people along that story, because everybody has a story to share, and that will become easier as you're coaching. But those are the things that people relate to. They want to know your story. They want to know, okay, why did you work out today? Because I don't care if you worked out, But I worked out today because I was depressed and I wanted to eat my feelings, and I know that this helps me. Like, it's things like that that people grab onto, and it's like, oh, I feel that way too. It's relatable, and you're showing people value and a positive thing. And the trainings will go into this a lot too. So this is an evolving process. Everyone starts messy, and if you need help with a post or you're not sure, put it in the team message thread, and we can help you give suggestions or help you maybe make it so it's more appealing or something like as you're working on social media type stuff. Like, that's what we're here for as a team, is to help each other with all that kind of stuff. Okay, the third thing that people freak out about, and it's still hard for everybody, is inviting people. Because people don't want to be like sold to, they don't want to be like spammy, and that's where the first two make inviting so much easier, because people start coming to you instead of you having to just like, we don't want you to cold message anyone. Don't go through your Facebook group friends and all your family and be like, hey, I'm a Beachbody coach now, you should do this with me, because people are just going to be like, no. Like, you're just trying to sell me something. What, you think I'm fat? Like, they're going to be all offended. But if they're showing up on your page and commenting on your stuff, constantly showing up, and you say, hey, girl, you should do this with me. Like, I would love to do this together. That's a totally different feel of an invite than going behind the scenes and just sending a bunch of spammy messages to people. So never, ever do that, first of all, because how many times have you gotten messages from people selling makeup or selling, whatever, and they're like, hey, I'm trying to hit a goal. Do you need any makeup? And you're like, no. Like, you don't want to do that. So showing up and being a product of the product and doing all those things help make inviting so much easier. Because you're naturally going to start building that connection with people, and it makes it super easy to be like, I love what I'm doing. You should do it with me because it's awesome. And this is why. This is what it's done for me, or whatever. That process, like, there's a whole bunch of training on that too. So, if you have people commenting on your stuff and you're not sure what to say, reach out to your coach or in our message thread, and we can help you with that too. Like, that's what we're here for. We seriously do all this together as much as we can, because it's, yeah.
It's also like, it goes with the personal development books. Each person has a different way of wording things and connecting with people. So there might be a script that you might like, oh, I kind of like that, but tweak it to your own and make it yours, and like, don't just copy and paste, because people are going to feel that.
Yeah, you can feel the energy behind people's posts. Like, if you just, what I write to people and copy and pasted it in my words, people are going to know that's totally a copy pasted script. Like, you can tell just by, I like to personally use the voice text when I'm inviting people, because they hear my voice, they hear the tone of my voice, they know that I'm not just like, that I'm here to help them. That's our goal, is we want to help people. We're not here to sell them Shakeology. We're not here to sell them workouts. We're here to help them change their life, because it's changed ours. And like, for me, if you were to find a good deal at the store, you're not going to feel weird about saying, hey, I found this really awesome deal. Like, this is going to change my life. I think that it would change yours too. Like, you're not going to feel that way about something that you found at Target. Like, you would share that on your Instagram or your Facebook with no problem. Like, hey, like, this is so awesome. You guys should do it. This is the same type of thing. It's we get into our heads. You got to take the emotion out of it, and just like, you'll figure out your groove of that. But you have to put yourself out there and invite people. And sorry, inviting looks different for everybody, and it's not so it. And an invite doesn't even have to be a private message. It can literally be a comment on your post and say, someone could be like, you're so inspiring, or whatever. You could comment back and say, hey, thank you. Like, you should totally do this with me. I would love to do this with you, because I think you're amazing too. That's an invite. Like, it's super simple, but it's just planting seeds into people, and then they watch you even more. You can hear me in the blender. Hold on. All right. Let me see what else I'm missing. Let's see. Okay. So as you're doing these things, we have what we call a power hour. So that's like our time that we work the business. So in a power hour, there's a bajillion different ways of doing it, and you'll just find your groove. It doesn't necessarily have to be an hour that you sit down and like actually work the business. It can be done throughout the day. So one, you need to start adding friends to your Facebook and your Instagram. You have to add to your market. Oh, hey, I'm gonna call just a second, okay?
Daddy made a mess on the table while he was making his.
Uh-oh. Okay, I'll be... Okay, so you've got to start adding friends to your market. So those are people on Facebook. They can be suggested friends. They can be... I like to go to friends that are like me or like people who are like me and go into their friends list and start friending people that look like someone you would want to work with. The reason you want to start adding to your market now is right now you're going to be working in your warm market. These are friends, family, people who really know you, but eventually those people run out. And if you run out of those people, you've got to tap into your cold market of people you don't know at all. And so it's better to start adding those people now and start building relationships with them on social media and just commenting and being a friend. Like you don't have to even mention Beachbody at all. Just start, commenting on their pictures or their kids are cute or whatever. And start really building a relationship. Find things in common so that eventually they're going to start following you. They'll look at your page and they'll see what you're doing. And if they need help, they can reach out to you or whatever. So start adding people to your friends. Don't overthink that because a lot of people do. I literally just add. And if they don't accept you, they don't have to accept you. And then just start adding value to them. Comment and like on people's posts. And we can go over more on the Power Hour training a little bit later. We'll get into that as you're going. So this is just kind of an overview of kind of what you should do every day. So add to your network, go through and like and comment on people's posts and start new conversations with people. And the reason this is important is because Facebook and Instagram algorithms only show you the people that you interact with. So if you're only interacting with coaches, or you're only interacting with your family members, those are the only people that are going to show up in your newsfeed, and those are the only people who are going to see your posts. So the more people you interact with on your pages, the more people are going to see your stuff. So that's really, really important. You want to invite people every day to your challenge group, to coach sneak peeks, to your free groups, whatever you're promoting that week. We kind of have a marketing calendar for that. You guys can start, we're going to do a sneak peek into coaching on Thursday. So you guys can start inviting to that. And then our Lift 4, I'm going to do a couples challenge. If anyone wants to do it with a spouse, we'll have a couples challenge. And then we also have just a regular Lift 4 VIP group starting, so you can start inviting to that as well. And then following up with people. So if you've invited someone and they say, yeah, give me the information, or they want to know what's going on, and then they fall off the face of the earth. If you don't follow up with that person and say, hey, were you still interested? You might forget about it completely. And sometimes people just check their message and get busy and forget. So following up with people that you've invited and saying, hey, I still have a spot in my challenge group or whatever, were you still interested? It's huge, because more often than not, they are still interested, but life happens and people get busy. So yes, Lacey said make lists. So anyone who shows any type of interest in a group, what are you doing? Anyone who like anything at all as far as liking and commenting on your posts or asking what you're doing or asking about information about a group or what coaching is or whatever, start making a list. These are so key in how you can invite and always have people to know who to interact with and that kind of thing, because they've already seen your stuff. So I make a list of potential clients, basically potential challengers, and then I make a list of people who I think would make awesome coaches on my team, and I work from those lists. So if you're like, I have no one to invite, I don't know who to invite, I don't know like anyone who would be interested, go back into your posts of people who liked your workout videos or people who liked your food posts or whatever, like that has to do with your journey, and start just building relationships with those people and really connecting with them. So start writing them down now, and just if you notice or if you have friends or family that you know like this would be awesome, just put them on your list and you can just keep adding to that. The more people on that list, the better, because then you have people to go back to and refer to. And like I said, sometimes it takes a couple times of talking to them, or maybe a few months or even a year. But if you can go back and look through your list, and you'll forget about people, and that's the biggest thing. They might message you, but you're going to forget about them. And so make sure you start writing people on lists. It doesn't have to be fancy. It can literally be in a notebook. A lot of people use like Google Sheets or like Excel and put them in there so they have them all digitally. Find what works for you. And again, all this stuff will be in the new coach training. So don't feel like you have to remember all this today. But that will be huge, as well as your, to do all your invite stuff. I think that's majority of it. I wanted to show you really quickly where you find the new coach training. I'm working on getting it in our own team page, but I haven't got there yet. So I'm going to show you where to find it. If you're not in the groups, you should be. I think I added everyone, but if you aren't, just let me know and we can get you in the groups. Let me screen share this really quick again. Okay, so you can get it in either of our big coach pages. So it can be through the Motivation Nation team page, this one, or it can be through Team Inspiration. And basically those are just our upline coaches. So when you're in the Motivation Nation, go to the units right here, and all of the team training is uploaded. So it has your new coach university. And you just go through the days, basically. So day one, it goes through the bottom, I guess. So this is your, it's basically a repeat of this. Day two is all your resources, we have Team Google Drives that you can get as well. This will tell you how to do that. Let's see. That looked like the same video. Maybe that's a mistake. This is all about your inviting and your trackers. Day 4 is all about vital behavior and the power hour. She actually takes you through an actual power hour with her. And Micah is the power hour boss. So make sure you watch that and go through the power hour with her, and give yourself time to go through that and how she makes connections and all that. This is really, really awesome. Personal development, we talked a little bit about that. So these are super, super awesome of how, getting started right. This is all about coach placement and Emerald. Challenge groups, inviting and following up, objections. You're going to get a lot of objections of people who don't do it for, reasons. more about Success Club and why it's important, how you get to Emerald, let's see, in 24 hours, sneak peek groups, how you can convert your challengers to coaches, etc. So this is where you'll want to start. Hey, thanks.
Tasty.
What is it?
Delicious. I think it tastes delicious. And the stick, like, do you like it?
Is it mine?
Is yours?
It's like super coconut. Thanks.
My super what?
Coconut. Okay, so that's where you find new coach training. Start going through that like as soon as you can. That will go into more detail of everything that we kind of covered today. But yeah, so set up your website first. Make sure your direct deposit set up, and then just start going through the training. But most of all, just start sharing your journey. And the other thing too, don't just start sharing everything Beachbody. You are a person, and people want to get to know you. So find areas in your life that interest you. Like we always say, like, find your avatar. Your avatar is basically your clone. You want to find people who are just like you, who have the same interests as you, who have, you don't want to just be posting to the masses, because then you'll get people that you're like, oh, I can't handle this person. But if you're posting like you're talking to yourself, you're going to attract that. You're going to attract who you are. And so some examples of that for myself, working out and being healthy and all that has become a part of my life. So it's super easy to share that. But Beachbody is not the only part of my life. My kids, Down syndrome is a big one because of my daughter. We love Disneyland, so we share about that kind of stuff. Or if I find a cute Mickey thing or whatever, and people will send me things about things that they know about me. So Michael Jackson, people will send me Michael Jackson things. So just be yourself. And if you, a lot of people, this can be I don't know anything about myself. I'm just a mom. I'm boring, blah, blah. You want to bring me the baby so you don't sit and scream? Almost.
And Sharon's, bowel movements and bladder.
It's fine. Go get the baby.
He's fine.
Just being real and sharing the mess. You don't have to be perfect. You don't want to be a Beachbody billboard. You want to be you, and you want to share your life, because that's what people are gonna want to follow. They're not gonna follow just a bit. You want to share that part because it's part of your life, but that's not the only part of your life. So share your family, share your interests. If you like to craft, if you like, if you love camping, if you love all these things. And we have, I think in one of the trainings, I'm pretty sure it's in the trainings, they talk about a color wheel. And the color wheel is basically 12 parts of your life that make up who you are. So for me, it was a wife, a mom, Down syndrome. I put that I'm a hot mess because I am. I don't like to get ready, so I put that I love being in sweatpants and just being in comfy clothes. Michael Jackson, Disneyland. What were some of the other ones? I can't even think now. But things like that people are gonna get to know you as a person. Make sure. The other thing that I'll share with you guys is a posting schedule. So if you're I don't know what to post today, I'll post this in our team message thread. This is from one of the trainings I did, but it basically goes through on Monday. You plan out your day, you write down your goals, you use your product, whatever. So you want to do a product post. And this isn't just hey, this is Shakeology, blah, blah, blah. This is showing that you're using the products. It can be talking about Energize, but in a way of, if I didn't have this stuff, I wouldn't have got through my workout today. It was rough or whatever.
The one I did just recently, that probably was the best one I did, is I talked about how the Shakeology, and I didn't even say Shakeology, I said this has helped me wing down my antidepressants. And when I don't have it, I'm a hot mess, and I did not realize that a shake could do that. And I was like, you guys might think it's a glorified protein shake, but it's much more to me. And I never even mentioned Shakeology, and I had a lot of great feedback for it. They like that struggle. They like to see that I have a weakness, but I found something to combat that.
So I'll post this. It really helps you kind of figure out, like, okay, today I'm going to do something, and you can mix it up. But like lifestyle posts, engagement posts, or like things that you're asking people's opinions, like that helps a ton of people like get traction on your page and build relationships. That way, people love to give their opinions. Trust me. Like those will have the most comments and the most likes. Things like going live, it tells you how many conversations. Like I'll post this in the page, and you guys can kind of follow this as a guide of things to post and give you ideas to post every day as well. So that will help, I think, too. It's following a posting schedule when you're first starting, so that you have an idea of like, okay, I have no idea what to share. But personal development helps with that too, because it helps kind of, you get these aha moments when you're reading personal development that you're like, oh, that would make a good post, or like that helped me, or whatever. So just, I guess the biggest thing too is just add value to people's lives. Share recipes, share things that work for you, share, tips and tricks and things that people can actually, whether they buy anything from you or not, they go to you because they know that you're going to add value to their life. You're a positive person on social media. You're positive in their feed. They enjoy following you and looking at your page, and you're not just, hey, Gio. I don't know if he left or not. Where's Dad? Oh, did he not? Anyway, I think that's it. Does anyone have any questions?
How do you show, like, I've had people interested in like what I'm doing. How do you approach that without being a beach body? Do you know what I mean? How do you not, like, I've responded back to them, but not like told them what I'm doing. Like just, hey, how are you? It's been a long time. And then they've typed back, but I've not responded back to them. How do I approach that, I guess? How do you address that?
So they asked you what you're doing?
Mm-hmm. I've had like 4 people. And they keep asking me, and I'm like, I'm doing really good. And then I don't know what to say.
Can you start that? I'm going to grab my baby screen.
No, you're good.
Did she just totally tell me to start to address that?
I think so. I don't know. I just heard baby
my
screaming.
kid talking, and then yeah.
No, that's it. My kids got the TV on so loud. I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys stop.
All of a sudden she laughed. I'm like, wait, did she just say something to me?
Go for it. I'm game.
Oh, I don't even know. So that's what I'm still like trying to balance out. I know, like, for example, I don't even know. Sharon, you didn't just put me in charge, did you?
No, sorry. I got flustered. So you're just wanting to know, like, someone asked you, what are you doing? And you message back. Okay, so for me, those are actually super easy invites because they came to you. You didn't go to them.
Yeah.
So they're interested in what you're doing. Tell them what you're doing. Honestly. It's
so I just say that I'm doing this for, and
yeah,
like how do
you don't even have to say, like, you can say that, or you can just say, I started doing Beachbody. It works so well with my life because I want to work out at home. My kids are busy, or like tell them the benefits of why you're doing it and not just the what it is. You got to tell them the why behind it. So that's where you'll find the connection of, okay, this will work for me because this is why it works for her. Because otherwise, if it's
hold on, I'll find it.
If you're just saying, oh, I'm doing Lift4, they're gonna be like, oh, and they'll go Google Lift4 and they can buy it off of the internet. But if you tell them why you're doing it and why it's helping you, and that's where I would start from. So you kind of want to start, like, if you kind of do like the whole what, why, where, kind of thing, and kind of go through that and be like, oh, I'm really this awesome program. It's like body.
Yeah. Okay.
All good. It's life. We got kids too.
Right? It's some days I think, oh my gosh, you guys, out of here.
I've also, someone worded it really well the other day. They're like, oh, I do virtual workouts and eat clean. Like, that's an easy way. Like, I do workouts from home, and the eating is super simple. It's almost dumb. Like, I've said that before, and they're like, wait, what? It's super simple? No diet, simple. And I was like, it really is. Just explaining, like Sharon said, the benefit of how you are, the benefits you're seeing in yourself.
For me too, like I always like talk about I can word vomit. And I have to really work on that because I get so excited. Like, this is so awesome. It's changed my life because it's the only thing I've been able to stick with for 3 years. Like, I haven't ever stuck with an eating plan or working out this long in my life. But I think figuring out like that why, but then also always leaving it with an open-ended question of, you know, this is helping me. Like, are you on your journey too? Are you what's such a way of putting it? Tell them why you're doing it, and then always leave it with a question so that it creates a revolving conversation. If you just throw the answer up there and they get the answer, they might never ever respond, and sometimes they still don't. But keeping it open-ended of getting them rolling and talking about what they do in their life, and then you can start suggesting things like, oh, this would be awesome for you, like you should try it, you know, whatever. That's a good way of getting the conversation rolling. And if you need help with that, like seriously, like we can help you with that too. But I always say like why it's helped me, and then always leave it with a question of how it can help them, because really it's not about you, it's about them, how you can help them with their struggles. So you can be like, you know, this has helped me, like, what, you know, are you looking at starting a healthier lifestyle too, like, or whatever, and just being really natural with the conversation. I always tell people, like, try and keep your conversations like you're talking to your best friend. Like, if you're talking to your best friend, you're not going to feel weird, or you're not going to be like robotic about it. You're going to be like, this is what helped me. Like, you know, what are you doing? Or like, you know what I mean? Like, try and keep it as natural and like you're talking to your best friend. So.
Okay.
And sometimes it's like, they'll stuff you and you'll be like, I have no idea how to respond to that. But that's where we come in.
I just don't want to like, oh, you know, oh, it's Beachbody, and it's kind of a turn off some people, because I think it is. Some people have misused it, and it kind of got a little bit of a bad name in for some people. Yeah. But I think that's for the people that haven't tried it as well. So.
Well, and that's where like kind of the curiosity marketing stuff comes from. Instead of just being, oh, I'm doing Beachbody, they'll be like, I've been working out at home and eating healthy. It's worked really awesome for me. Like, there's tons of different workout programs, and I never get bored, and it helps fit my schedule with my busy kids. You know, not having to go to the gym has been awesome, and I didn't know that at-home workouts could be so awesome. Like, you know, like things like that, where instead of just being like, oh, I'm doing Beachbody, like, oh, okay. You know,
and don't be scared of making mistakes. Like, kid you not, Sunday, someone asked me, well, what do I need to do? And I totally word vomited, and they're like, well, we're going to try keto for a while. I'm like, frick. you keep learning, and you keep growing. You learn from your mistakes, and you just, yeah.
Okay.
That's my best I got today.
It makes me nervous. It's overwhelming. I totally feel like this is the right direction. I don't know where to start.
Start with your journey.
Totally normal. 100% normal. So just
and you post pictures of before. I really honestly do not know if, like, mentally I can do that right now. I have friends with so many people from like high school, and they'll be like, "Oh my hell, what happened to her?" This is what they're gonna think. I'm like,
Okay, I gotta tell you something. So there's this girl that I'm friends with. She's not on our team. She's with completely different coaches, but she posted the other day. She's like, I'm putting this out here. I'm super uncomfortable with myself, and like told her story. And she's like, I'm starting. This is my before. And the words of encouragement that she got from people in high school, they're like, oh, we always thought you were beautiful, but way to go to like make you feel better. Like they were super supportive. All that negativity is all in your head. Like 99% of the people are going to support you, and no one, mostly no one, unless you're my in-laws, will say anything.
Yeah, it's usually your family members. Honestly, it's your parents and your family members that are the worst. Really.
And you know, you could
my
like
mom still 3 years later is like my worst critic. So
yeah.
I guess I shouldn't let that bug me. I mean, been out of high school for 20 years, so I really don't care.
Yeah.
But in some ways, it's like, oh gee, like it's all the drama just gets riled back up. You know what I mean? It's just,
and I think that's where you've got to take the emotion out of it in some ways, and you've got to take you out of the equation, because it's not about you. It's about how you're going to help other people, how your story is going to help other people, and how you're going to inspire somebody else because you were brave enough to put your picture on the internet. Honestly, like that really is.
it never goes away. It's there forever.
Yep. But if you take your emotion out of it, if you were to see somebody else's picture, what would you say to somebody else? You'd be like, holy cow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's all in your head. And so that's where you've got to take the emotion out, figure out a way to post it of what you want to say. You don't have to do it today, but I would say like the sooner the better, honestly.
Have you posted it in the team thread? Like you can start there.
Yeah, start in our challenge group. That's a super safe place, honestly, because everybody's there. Everybody knows how it feels. Post it in our challenge group and see how you feel there. And then if you feel brave enough, post it into your regular page.
Yeah, I just don't. I've never taken before and after pictures, and I've done Beachbody. I mean, my oldest daughter is 16, so I started with Lemon 6 back in the day. I mean, so yeah. I've done it a long time. It's just, I don't know. It just freaks me out.
You can do it.
Yeah, my other Emily, because there's another Emily on our team. She posted hers, and she was like, I'm going to bark. I'm going to throw up. I'm like, yeah, you didn't die. You're fine. Just walk away. Don't look at your phone. You didn't die.
Look at it for another week, right? Just completely avoid that page for a week.
But
yeah,
seriously,
notifications.
Yeah. No, I will do it. I just have to get brave. It's just going to take me a minute. But I do want to ask, do you guys feel like you do both social medias? Do you feel like you do Instagram and Facebook, or just start with one?
It's totally up to you. I usually just share the same thing on both. So I usually post on Instagram first and then just share it to my Facebook page. You do want to make sure that you start putting your stuff as public, because as you're adding friends to your network, if they can't see what your page is about, they're just probably going to block you or not add you because they don't know who you are. But if they can go through your page and they see like, oh, she seems like somebody I like, or like posting valuable things, like then they'll follow you.
Okay.
So make sure that they're set to public. And that's one thing, like if you're sharing straight from Instagram to Facebook, I have to then go into Facebook and switch my settings to public instead of just to my friends.
I've never really posted. I'm usually kind of I feel like I'm a stalker watcher is kind of what they call it.
There are a lot of them.
I just try to watch, and I don't ever even get on there very much. I feel like the last week I've been on there more than the last week. I've done a few posts, but I guess I need to, like you said, don't do the wave. Stay consistent.
Yeah. Just be consistent, and it takes time. I would say give yourself a good month of, this is like a new job. You're gonna feel overwhelmed, and then it's a learning curve, and it takes a lot of process. And eventually, as you get going and you get kind of the ball rolling, it can take time. But like if you're feeling frustrated or struggling, like just don't pull in, like reach out to us and let us know how we can help you. Because a lot of people kind of disappear and then they just give up. Hey, just say, I'm almost done, okay? Can you guys go upstairs and make your bed?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
My kids are fighting. My teenager's beating my kids up. So if you hear, there you go.
So, yeah, just don't overthink. It's gonna be overwhelming for a while, and that's totally normal. So this will at least give you like the basics, and then after that we'll just keep. You're gonna hear the same thing over and over, and you're gonna forget it, and that's totally normal. So if you I would rather you ask me every day than not ask at all and just disappear. So,
Okay.
My biggest pet peeve that I hear over and over again is like, you need more personal development. And I'm like, I'm going to punch you in the face.
And I've never done that before. I mean, I've never done anything like that ever in my life.
Yeah.
So
most people have it. And that's the one thing that people are like, I don't need that.
You need it.
Tell a difference in people's posts. You can tell the difference between like in the comments and your energy, like you can tell. So
Yes, do your PD before you post your before pictures. It will help.
it does.
my personal. And then go hide in your room and do it again.
Yes. Go read You Are a Badass and then post it, and then you'll feel better.
Oh, it's just amazing how we let our body image like affect everything about us. I mean, how we feel, how we do everything in life. I feel like, and it's not that it should not be that way. Be able to own ourselves.
We let it determine our worth.
Yes.
Yes.
But that's like one of the things I love about this job so much is we get to help people change that. Like our job is literally to help people feel good about themselves. And it's so inspiring when you get that before and after picture from a challenger. It's like it's like the best feeling in the world, because you know that because you shared your story, somebody else's life changed because of it. And it's just a compounding thing, and it's like it's so amazing. But if you're like this all the time and you're not really doing it, then you're gonna have a struggle finding people, because people are gonna be like, well, she posts one day and then she's not here for another month. She must be just trying to hit her goal. Like that's where you have to be really consistent, or else it looks like every other MLM flopper just trying to make a buck off of people.
Yeah.
The thing that's helped me is a posting schedule. So I don't know if you've heard of Josh Coates. And
Yeah, I talked to her a little bit about it.
did you? Okay, I was going to say, go by that, and it helps tons.
I'm going to post it in our thread. So
Yeah.
But anyway, anything else before we hop off? I'm sure there will be. You can always message me after.
I know. I feel bad. I feel like I'm like messaging you. I'm like, she's probably tired of hearing all this.
No, seriously, like that's totally normal. And honestly, it's part of the fun of getting new coaches started, is like that new blood. It's fun. So,
It's excitement.
Well, I'm excited. I just, like I told you, I want to hit that goal. So tell me what I have to do to hit that goal.
okay, so to hit Success Club, you need to at least help 3 people. So you have till next Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the month
I
end.
think Monday night, like 12, isn't it?
Well, it's the 31st, so you have till the end of the day on the 31st to hit Success Club. So if you help 3 people, that's another thing I forgot to mention is Success Starter. So if you hit Success Club the first 3 months of your business, you earn a free ticket to Summit next year in Indiana.
I'm
If you want to do that, it's amazing. It's so much fun.
Now, a free ticket, does that include, do they pay for everything or just your ticket?
Just your ticket to the event. So you'll have to pay to get there in your room or whatever, but your actual ticket is paid for. It's free.
Okay.
So if you buy the ticket there, it's like $300. They have like specials that it's like $150, but if you can earn it for free, you might as well.
Yeah.
So your first month technically can start in August, but you basically have your first month, and the second month can be your first month, but 3 consecutive months. So if you hit Success Club July, August, September, your ticket's paid for. If you don't hit it this month and you did it, yeah.
And they have different people?
Yes. 3 different people.
Okay.
So one of them can be your spouse. because you're going to want to sell them a challenge pack to get you to Emerald. So if you get to Emerald by Wednesday at 10 p.m., you'll hit Emerald by Thursday morning. That's when our rank advancements happen. So if you can find your other person before then, that will give you 4 points. Then you'd find one other person to join. That would.
Okay, so if I sign him up, and then that gets me into Emerald, or I have to have 2 people.
You have to have 2 people. So find your husband. Your husband is one.
Mm-hmm.
Then find somebody else. It can be a sibling. It can be your mom. It can be your best friend. Somebody you know that you think would love doing this with you. Set them up with a challenge pack as a discount coach. When you do that, they get the fee waived. The products are 25% off the next month. They do not have to be working coaches. That's a huge misconception with a lot of people. They can be discount coaches who just want the product cheaper. Business coaches come, and once you hit Emerald, then we'll hit your next rank advancement goal and figure out a date of getting to Diamond or Ruby.
So once you hit your Emerald, you are automatically and then you start getting leads. Is that what I have that?
You have to hit Success Club to get the leads. So you have to be Emerald, you have to hit Success Club, your website has to be filled out, and you have to be a Beachbody On Demand member.
Yeah. Okay. My sister wants to sign up for Beachbody On Demand, but she doesn't want to be a coach.
Okay. So, which is okay. Like, is she going to be doing Shakeology or the products too?
She tried Shakeology. She kind of got a bad taste in her mouth because she signed up to be a discount coach like a year or 2 ago. That her coach that was above her was telling her she had to order something every month.
She does to keep it active, but if she's just a discount,
yeah, she would like make her order like either Shakeology or a video or something. I think she's just trying to put money in her pocket is kind of what I.
Well, she's trying to keep her active to keep her rank is what she's trying to do.
Okay.
Yeah, if she doesn't want to order every month, she doesn't have to. Like, that's
what I told her. I'm like,
she has to pay the $15 fee to keep her account active. But if she doesn't need to order anything, she's active for the month, and that's not a big deal.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
If she likes,
maybe I'll try and talk her into it or something. I don't know.
And if she has like, you can we can get on like a 3-way call or something, and I can explain it to her. Because honestly, like, there are some Beachbody coaches out there that are really just trying to make money, and they're not, like, for me, like, I don't want to. My goal is not to help people, to help myself. Like, if they don't want the products, I'm going to help them cancel. Like, I'm not going to, you know what I mean? This isn't about me, it's about them. So
yeah. I mean, obviously the money is a great incentive to make you well, but also for me, I feel like I kind of went into it thinking that, but the more I've like really thought about it, I'm like, this is more for me. To me, this, my mind needs to be healthy. My body needs to be able to, I've got, you know, I have kids that are like escaped convicts that I got to chase all the time. I can't even keep up with them now. Okay. Think you did all. Thank you.
Yeah, hopefully, I know that was a lot of information, and it's probably like a lot of it, but that's okay. We'll get there. So first goal, just keep posting, be a product of the product, find a personal development book, and get your 2 people that you want to get you to Emerald, and we'll go from there. So your 2 people, if you set up 2 coaches with a challenge pack, that's 4 Success Club points right there. So you need one more person after that, and you'll hit Success Club for the month, and you'll hit your rank advancement. You'll get your free leads next month. So
that would be.
So in order to get your free leads for next month, you do have to hit Emerald by Wednesday, because it will start for August. So if you want free leads in August, you would have to be Emerald by Wednesday.
And that's 2 coaches.
2 coaches.
Is that a lot to do in like 2 days?
No, you could become Emerald in an hour if you really want to. You could go call your sister right now and say, hey, I want you to do this with me. I know that you had a bad experience, but It's going to be different. And you're her coach this time, not somebody else. So she trusts you. You can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's 2 coaches in our upline. Bryn had a horrible coach, and she's like, I want nothing to do with Beachbody. And her sister signed up. She's like, just join me. She's like, no. Now she almost like qualifying for what'd she just qualify for? You remember, Sharon?
Success Club All-Star. She's a 1-star diamond coach.
Anyway, she's crushing the business, and it really does.
Well, and that's the biggest thing. Like with you, like you have to be with a coach that you relate to and that you feel otherwise you're gonna feel like they're just trying to make money off of you, or you're just in it for their week or whatever, and so it takes the fun out of it, really. So, yeah.
No, I that's why I switched. I just felt like I don't know. I just feel connected to you. I don't know why. I know it sounds so weird, but I just feel that way. So here we go.
That's important. Like that's the type of people that you want on your team, is people you connect with, like you feel comfortable with, and you can be yourself around. Like if you can't be yourself with your team, you're gonna have a miserable experience. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
So
no, I'm excited. I really am excited. I think it might take me a little bit, but I'll figure it out. It'll be good for me. If anything, if I get anything out of it, it will be good for me. So.
And that's my look at it too. Like the income and all the community part has been like a huge bonus for me. Like I literally started this because I needed to be healthy. I needed to keep myself accountable.
Yeah.
And it's turned into more, but it's more fun that way. If you get hung up too much on Success Club and the business activities to the point that you're not taking care of you're not going to be successful. Like our job is to take care of us first. Girls!
My kids are gone. I don't even know where they're at. It got really quiet. I'm like, oh, geez.
All right. Well, I'm going to stop the recording at least.